See the dummy. So how's everybody going today? Or am I the dummy? Maybe I'm the dummy. Oh yeah, back at it. A day late. I just had a lot going on. Is the chandelier flickering? What's up if you just tuned in? This is my morning workout. The typical workout on this channel. The Longsword workout. It is flickering or something. The light, I swear the light is flickering. All right, that is set one. How's everybody doing out there today? Let me tilt this down a little more. That's probably better. All right, hey, thanks for what's up? Oh, Gato, what's up, yo? Getting my workout in, and I'm probably, so I've been up all night from night shift. I'm probably streaming Warframe after this. I don't know. If I don't do it right after this, it'll be later today. What's up, Gato? It's just getting off night shift, working 12 hours. Actually, it was 13, doing a workout now, if I'm still awake. Same, you work nights? Hey, and what's up, everybody else that tuned in? And that's crazy. I had a like before it even showed a viewer, so I appreciate it. Christian, what's up again? How's it going? Oh, I know, right? So one reason I like to work out after night shift is because at least right now I'm still awake. When I have to wake up at 6 p.m., I'm just not feeling it. So this is I'm trying not to hit him in the neck. The dummy lost his helmet. I'm trying not to hit too far in where the molding of the dummy's neck meets his trap muscles. Because I don't want to rip his head off. Oh, Christian, all right. Mountains, good to see you again. Hey, well, thanks for just even dropping by and saying what's up. If you gotta go, you gotta go. I would have done this yesterday, but I had too much going on. You might have heard me complaining about not being able to cut grass because of the weather around here. Well, I finally did, and I had to cut 2 lawns worth of grass. That was set 2. Is that thing... Oh, the dummy's touching the tripod. Let me move that so the stream isn't all shaky. I have to get a new helmet for the dummy. We'll get that old one welded. Whew. Set 2. Man, I get this phone call. How am I supposed to answer the phone when I'm streaming? Nuh-uh. What happened? What happened with that? You got booted. You're talking about in Warframe? What did you get booted? What did you get booted in? Oh no. Oh my God, like what was, do you know what excuse they used to boot you? That's so messed up. What did they say? Were they did it even tell you what the excuse was why you got booted? Did they say you were cheating or something stupid? Oh, the dummy keeps hitting the tripod. So there, what's up? Yes, if I think I can say that, this is my cardio at home. So, work night shift, come home. This is right. It's kind of light, you know. I'm not trying to whack this dummy so hard that I break it, you know. This axe isn't sharp, but at the same time, just keeping my arms moving. The dummy keeps moving, and it keeps hitting the tripod. That nice easy set, we'll just count that as 3. Ha, that's messed up. Well, sorry to hear what happened to you. Huh. I can't play Mortal Kombat as good on a console as I can with a joystick. And I know they make like joystick controls, but for some reason to me it's like not the same. And you know, like I might have mentioned it, we were here before, but we used to have a Mortal Kombat machine like long time ago. And man, I used to play as Mortal Kombat for hours on the arcade. I can't play it the same on a console. Thanks for the other like out there. So there, my daughter had this app where she just aimed it and I could translate it. I don't know if it's let me translate. The sword of a store. I don't know. Yeah, it's stupid. It's not gonna let me translate it. The longsword of Astora. I'm gonna say it's a set 4. I don't have a official sword fight till end of May. So I gotta keep this up. This is my exercise for it. I do other things, other kinds of cardio and stuff for sword fighting, but you know, this at home keeps me keeps my arms in shape. It's gonna be a national tournament, so like I have to do good in it. Yo, what up? Oh, yeah, for sure. Luckily not lately, but yeah, I have dealt with that. And anybody else just tuned in, chat's up if you want to ask what the heck am I doing? What are you watching this morning? Or whatever. But yeah, Gato, I have dealt with that before. So yeah, and I literally have my well, it's a national event for this sport. I mean, it's not like millions of people do it. So yeah, if I get another medal though in sword and buckler, I'll be ranked #2 in the U.S. officially. I don't practice the sword and buckler live. I should. And then I'm fighting that in longsword. It's been a while. I mean, I have like a couple friends still from high school. Like the group has slowly over the years, the numbers decreased. We're down to just 3 of us. You know, it used to be a ton of people around here. So yeah, one of them, after all these years, turned out to be like a fake friend. Isn't that crazy? After like 30 years. And not to me, but one of the others. Like, so out of the 3 of us that are still left, he was a fake friend to one of the other ones. It's a long story, but yeah. As far as personally, it's been a while for me personally, luckily. But yeah, we're just down to 3 of us. Our 4th actually overdosed. I mean, this is like 5 years ago, but yeah, so that sucked. But out of anybody on earth, friends that would like die of an overdose, like it would have been him, you know. It kind of wasn't a shocker. It really sucked, but you know, that's what happens sometimes. All right, I think that was set 5. We're gonna write it down as set 5. Put the helmet off for a minute. Oh, I need to start putting a fan on in here when I work out. Like I'm sweating. For real, yeah. So like, you know, we have. It's good to have some friends that I've known for like 30 some years, but it's only like 2. That was set 5. If you're new, the dummy usually has a helmet, but it's now broken. I'm off work Monday or Tuesday. I'm going to try and take that helmet down and get it re-welded. I've just hit it so many times it eventually broke. I mean, you're bashing metal off metal. It's going to break. What's this say? Oh, it's backwards. I don't know how to flip it. So yeah, well, it says, you put the man in manly. I don't even know who got me this. Talking about beards. You don't need a beard to be a man. I'm just lucky I got one. All right. Let's get another set in here, and I'm going to get a set here with the new longsword. You saw the last longsword video? It's my new sword. Does this help? Does it make it worse? It might actually be better. I don't have that chandelier now, like switching the light. Because, you know, when I get up close, it makes like a halo, you know? It looks horrible. Yeah, isn't it crazy how life goes? So, a couple of my friends, I'm sure I could still go to the same bar and they'd be in the same seat. Not there's anything wrong with going to the bar, but they've been in the same seats since like 25 years. All right, this is the new longsword. The funny thing is with this longsword, it feels great. The balance on it's so perfect. I can do all these things look like it's effortless to change directions here. But the grip being so long, I have to get used to it. The other thing is that it's kind of more like an oval shape. So it actually is harder for me. This is almost like a circle. This is an oval shape, so I should say it's easier for my top hand to grip it, but the bottom, it just like spins. Compared to this is my sword. I'm just retiring now. I've been fighting with this sword for 5 years. I don't know how it didn't break. So see how this is kind of like almost like a rectangle, and the pommel is a rectangle? I'm so used to holding it like that now this sort of spins. It's good up here, but down here, like it's a circle. I might try and figure out a way to fix that. It's leather. It has a ring on the bottom. Maybe I can just shave the ring off. You can see me ducking out of the way sometimes because I'm going for like a kind of like a more horizontal hit. And I have to get my head out of the way or I'll slice my ear off. This is not sharp. I don't mean I'll literally slice it off, but you know, I could hit myself in the head with it. This sword does so much better than my other one. It's just getting used to it. And I'm not even holding it. Like, when I swing, I'm really not even gripping it with my top hand, except kind of like right around now. Now. I go. I can't time it with the strikes, but you get the idea, I guess. You're not always gripping it the whole time. And thanks for coming by. Everybody's tuning in, and Gato in chat, and Christian who's here earlier, Solaire. I'm so sorry, I cannot understand language, and it does not let me translate it. That's stupid. All right, I think that was set 6. We're doing at least 30. I'm trying to keep up the pace. The last couple broadcasts have been getting kind of close to target. When I was doing these, like, I've live streamed every longsword workout that I've done since I started live streaming these, and I'm like off pace by 10 minutes, which is great. I love talking with everybody, but I'm getting behind. I usually have a timer, and I can't use the timer on this phone at the same time as streaming. I have a backup phone that I might get that app on just to keep the pace up. If you just tuned in, the dummy's helmet broke, so we're trying not to really smash him in the head. Or hit him like this, where this thing is just going to puncture the dummy. Thanks for that heart and that like, or whatever that was I saw fly by. One more set, then I'll put the helmet back on. I just need a break because I'm sweating my butt off in my own house. It's cold outside. We have a rescued hamster, and I don't want to make the hamster go into hibernation mode by leaving the windows open. Yeah. What's up again, Prophet? They are. Let me get this set in, and I'll tell you all about it. Be about 50. All right, that should be about 70. if you notice, I kind of lean back. A lot of people lean forward when they fight in longsword. I kind of tend to lean back with my left foot forward. Points are, heads are worth 2 points. Your body's worth 2 points. Hands are not. Everybody that fights forward like this loves to go for these arm shots, hand shots. They're worth 1 point. I like to stay back, keep my head out of it. There's so many pictures of me like going like this, like the dodge. And once they're wide open, I just, you know, and 7 out of 10 times I hit them in the head. So I score 2 and they score 1. But it happens so fast. Then you're in, you know, then you're doing like a 5-6 hit combo, and it's like, who actually wins? Azure, I do. Yes, I do. And before I talk about the respect in the sport, I have two competitions ago. Somebody recorded it, and they never uploaded the footage. I was killing people with the helicopter. Like, there's this guy who's about this tall to me, Azure, and so I did a couple like this way, and we started moving because he started walking backwards, right? So I got in one like this, and I kept on like, I was just coming around like that, and because he was shorter, since you know what the term for his workout is, so you probably know what a strong and a weak point of someone's sword is, right? Since the dude is a little shorter and he'd try and block, but since I was hitting like so far up on his sword too, I was walking, instead of like taking a step and doing it, I was kind of just taking a step, then a stutter step, and a stutter step, and as he was moving, and I was just like, whack, whack. But those are so effective, and hardly anybody does them. I came across one other person who does. My favorite thing, especially when someone is tired, or if I get them in a corner, or some people, because they know I like do stuff like that, I'll be hearing people going, do the helicopter, and then it's on. When someone's tired in this armor, it's so freaking fun. Not even if they're tired. If someone has a really good guard in the center, sometimes I just start doing it to try and get around the guard. And I might even like kind of like take a really wide step to do one. It is, yeah. When you fight in this, like, the duels are 60-second rounds. 60-second rounds and 60-second breaks. Cumulative points. So if you win 2 rounds, you're just gonna win. So it's kind of like best out of 3. You could go 5. I've seen 7 rounds. The MMA stuff is 3 2-minute rounds. So a couple cage matches I had ago, I got beat. I was actually fighting up a weight class. My body was on fire. I got thrown on the ground 3 times in 2 minutes. And beat on the ground. The guy was beating me while I was on the ground. I couldn't get up. Well, I got up, but it's because they have a, where's this other gauntlet at? I got up, but that's because the ref stood us up. There it is. But yeah, my body, whole body, like literally on fire. Insane. What's up, Diddy? Diddy. Oh, man, Diddy. I actually had a video about Diddy on this channel not too long ago. I just found out. Thanks for all the new likes. I didn't even notice. I was so busy talking. So thanks for the new likes. Diddy, I just found out what you did. It's been all this time and I didn't know it till I looked it up. All right, so I'll talk about the respect during the set. It's good. I talked during the set. Thanks. Oh, everybody. Some people tune out before I get to talk about the respect. So, yeah, like, So I was fighting up a weight class because the guy who I was supposed to fight had to get dental surgery, like emergency dental surgery. And I was like, crap, 2 days to go. And I posted on Facebook. I was like, hey, anybody? Oh, and here's the respect. Me and that dude are like great friends. We talked the whole time. I actually live streamed before the fight. We were hanging out. You know, in boxing, when you have a corner, somebody with you, like, so hit me and him in his corner, we're all like hanging out. And I was like, hey, man, this is a guy we're fighting in like an hour. There aren't many like big rivalries or something that people that don't get along. There definitely are. And when you get on Facebook, a lot of people disagree over the politics. Like, I mean, actual politics. But out there, like, it's, I cannot say I ever saw in person a personal beef or something where someone really tried to hurt somebody for a personal reason outside of just for sport. Almost always you're touching swords in the beginning, like you know, at the end. Even people that totally suck get respect. Someone could get like manhandled out there and get and lose like 50-1 points, and there's still just a lot of respect for getting out there and doing it. Guys and girls, you know, they say under the helmet everybody's equal, so a lot of times the girls fight with the guys. They have their own women's league though too, but you know, I've only seen like real like unsportsmanlike conduct twice. The people got yelled at about it by the referees, so. It's like, yeah, there's a time when, actually my first fight ever, it was like literally 5 years ago, and I was fighting this guy, sword and shield versus sword and shield, and we were both like brand new, our first fights, and we were talking before it. I helped him fix something on his armor. You know, we're gonna actually beat the crap out of each other. So there's a lot of respect in it. Oh, I know. Yeah, we fight at a couple of Ren fairs. I fought at 4 different ones. I live in Pennsylvania, so like the Cincinnati, Ohio Renaissance Festival is the one I usually fight at. And the cool thing there is sometimes we fight with chairs, like frying pans, mugs. Sometimes just fist fights. I don't do the fist fights anymore because, I mean, it really rattles my brain. Getting punched with a fist is so much worse than getting punched with hit with a sword. So I kind of sit those out. Now, if it's a team fight and we're fighting, you know, you're going to get punched. But like to purposely go out, we're going to get punched like 30 times in your face or the side of your head. Like, I don't do it so much these days. What's up, Wilson? Oh, man. If I could cosplay it, I would. There's some really good... Oh, yeah. The fist fights are like the best to watch. If I remember, thanks for those reacts there. If I remember tonight, if I can find a YouTube version of it, it's the best fist fight in armor I've ever seen. I've seen some really good cosplays. If I could, like all my armor is just like for this fighting stuff. So it's like, you know, it has to be like this whole set of armor. This is an open face helmet, but obviously you got to have some kind of protection. So the chainmail and grill is to make up for the open face part. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. If you look up Night Finder, I don't know if it's .org or what, But do the search term Night Finder. It should bring up a map of like every team. It's not every team, but most of the teams. If you wanted to find one near you, like out where I'm at, we have extra armor. So it's like new people. I've had so many people fight my armor just to come check it out. And this is just cardio, by the way. Nothing crazy. The actual sword fights get a lot more crazier. I mean, with like where you're doing all kind of stuff. This is just cardio. Make sure I don't get worn out. Trying to keep a pace. The dummy is sitting tripod. I think that was 9. Get to chat in 1 second here. Yeah, Night Finder is the way to go to find a team near you. Like I was saying, we got extra armor. I've had a lot of people that fit in my black and yellow armor because it's bigger. Like I don't even fit in it anymore. I used to. When I got measured for it, it was so long ago, and I was 230 pounds. Now I weigh 170. Like the legs on that armor are just crazy. No, I have not seen it. Is it good? Like, should I check it out? Thunderbolts movie? I'm assuming it is since you mentioned it. Oh yeah, yeah, I haven't yet. I'm trying to get this so this dummy doesn't keep bumping into the tripod. Maybe I should turn this tripod. Maybe that'll work a little better. No, it's still hitting it. Here we go. That's it. That's the angle we need, I guess. I think it's good I turn the chandelier off. All right. See how long I've been streaming? A half hour, and we're on like set 10. So that's good. We're keeping a good pace. I'm also standing. There's a big like furniture piece behind me. When I have it angled this way, so I can't really like jump around, but. You probably can't see, but my feet are always at least moving. I'm always at least switching my weight. Woohoo. This is the heavier one. All right, and now this is the new one. Switch. I so gotta get used to this. I need to get used to using this before my upcoming fight. It just feels awkward still. Alright, that was set 10, I think. What's up, Abel? I'm gonna just grab axe and shield for this next set. Like I said, it's just keeping my arms loose. Like it's nothing too crazy. Let me just mark that on the board. That was set number 10. Trying to stay hydrated, but coffee isn't good to stay hydrated. It's good, but not to stay hydrated. But I need something after working at night to stay awake. Actually, I was like wide awake as soon as I got home anyway. Whew. All right. So if you notice, the grip on this axe ends here, but it has all this extra wood. So I generally am doing this, but the thing is, sometimes it really is nice to have that extra extension to be able to hold it down at the base to like really whack somebody. But in general, I'm holding it here. And another good thing is it's nice because then if you get behind somebody's head, I just grab onto the bottom. Like if it ended there, I'd have to actually drop it down and put it behind them. You know what I'm saying? But since I have this extra wood, so if I get behind somebody's helmet, I got them locked in. Like right now, if you get behind the helmet with your arms closer, you got total head control. That's why I like to have that down there. The only thing is that sometimes where that grip is, it gets in the way a little bit. All right, this set's just like a bunch of these. Nothing crazy. Like I said, the dummy doesn't have a helmet. This is just keep my arms moving. And trying to punch at this height. So you're not allowed to punch straight at the neck. And I do that sometimes. I actually get in trouble for it. So the last guy hit in the neck, because he was like, hey, you're hitting me in the neck. I was like, oh, you're not allowed to hit someone under, like in the throat, I should say, with a shield. And we were grappling, and I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, so I like stood there. This is in the middle of the fight. I stood there. I was like, you can do whatever you want. I was like, take a hit, whatever you want to do. He's like, nah, man. He's like, you're good. I was like, all right. Tap in the eye bars. But yeah, that's kind of like some respect in the sport. You know, hey, I'm punching the guy in the neck. I must have been sitting here at home doing this. So this is just kind of a light set to remember: punch in the face, aim at the eyes or the stomach. I have to not punch straight out. And like I said, dummy doesn't have a helmet, so it's just kind of light. Even this though, with the armor and stuff on, it's a good workout. Plus I try and guard my head. I try to punch. This will at least block a shot. I hate getting hit in the side of the helmet with stuff. That's how I got knocked out, get hit in the side of the helmet. I used to be able to kick really high. I pulled a muscle at a Star Wars party though a year ago, and it really messed up my flexibility. Because I pulled a groin muscle, and I didn't stretch for like 6 months. It was ridiculous. I'm 46 years old. Pulling a muscle, like, Actually, I think it was worse than a pulled muscle. I think I popped a tendon or something somehow. But yeah, it was just so nuts. Like 6-month recovery. I missed a whole season of sword fighting because of it. All right, that was set 11. So, set 12 coming up. Ooh, I just tapped the doorway. No damage, luckily. I have I do have a hole in the wall for my sword. I'm not fixing it till I ever move. If I move out of the house, I'll fix the sword hole in the wall. Because for now, it makes a good story. Someone was like, what happened there? I was like, oh, I put my sword through that wood trim. All right, next set coming up. There. Whoa. Take that. I have sweat pouring over into my eyes. Something to look forward to this summer. Last week of July, first week of August, I will have tons of cool stuff live streaming from this camp I go to. Maybe belly dancers, some fighting in the woods. Although they use wooden weapons and it's like a LARP, but I'll have some good footage of it. I usually always upload it on my fighting channel. I have a great woods battle. I had my 360 camera on. And there's thousands of people in the woods fighting. And there's some good footage. If you just tuned in, quick, another 20 seconds, so I'll get the helmet on. We'll be on the set number 13. You know what I should have? I should have like a digital sign behind me. Like, wouldn't that be cool? Like a Roman numeral sign, like neon light, like a click. Thanks for the new like. Oh no, there wasn't a new like. The 5 looked like a 6. I wear glasses, not to fight, because it just doesn't work for me. Wouldn't that be cool to have like a Roman numeral counter? Maybe I should invent one if it's not a thing yet. Like, you know, every time I'm done, I just click the little foot tapper and adds a set to it, you know? All right. Helmet on. We're going to be on set number 13, I believe. I could always be off by 1 or 2, either direction. What's up? They do, Biz. Is it? Yeah, Biz. Well, warfare is crazy these days. Yeah, London's original. That is the. If I could pin a message, I would. The bad thing is, after the live is over, it doesn't save the chat log. I would pin that message, Joe, right after if it did. So, hey, if you want to leave it after, sometimes people leave comments after it uploads. I will pin it. Kingdom Come Deliverance. Yeah, but isn't war just crazy these days? Like, no joke. So, with the Ukraine-Russia war, right? I have like a lot of footage I've watched on that. And The thing that got me into watching the video footage was the drone footage. It's absolutely insane. I couldn't imagine being out in a battlefield with all those drones flying around. Absolutely crazy. And you know what? There's so many gaps in this armor. Like, even let's just say that this could prevent some shrapnel. Like, it flies everywhere. I would definitely be totally vulnerable in a lot of spots. Like, if you wanted to theoretically think if this armor would work against, like, a drone drop, you know? Oh, FPV, you'd be done. But, like, even if they're just dropping something, like a grenade, like this one saved me. Well, especially look at my face. My eyes are so wide open. But let's just say that the metal could prevent, like, penetration of shrapnel. Like, you'd still be done. It would find a way into the gaps, you know? Shoot, my butt's totally unarmored. All right, this is set 13, I think. Yeah. We're going to do 13, and I'm going to get right back to chat. So if you're there, if you just tuned in, this is set 13. This is my cardio workout in the morning. There's a chair there in the way, so I can't just like go to the right even more. Just the way I have the dummy angle this morning, I can't go farther than this. But we'll step a little bit to the side here. Hand to the face. Bah, bah, bah. You can grab some. You can pummel them in this league. I like to pummel into the chest. Nothing like it. Nobody expects it. If someone gets me bent over, like face, like head down, I usually half sword and I punch them with the blade like that. We're hitting the camera. And we're streaming Warframe right after this, as long as I can stay awake. I've been awake all night at work. I don't know what to do in Warframe today. I almost have the whole game like 100%ed. Like every arcane. I traded some primary mercilesses yesterday. I had to break up my arcane, so I need to get a couple of those. Maybe we'll try and get those arcanes back. Steel Path ought to be open, you know. Oh, probably do some Steel Path. Tonight, I'll probably stream another. And I'm planning on probably like opening Riven mods, unveiling them, whatever, and doing the thing. Doing the thing. All right, set 14. Here we go. Oh. And I don't know, that could be 100, that might not be 100. Those side-to-side middle hows like really wreck my arms. What's up there? Like a little Casey. Yeah, so I was saying, I at least am always switching weight on my feet. So when you're fighting in boo hurt, it's kind of sloppy. Like, I generally have good footwork, but I don't necessarily stick to it at times. Like, when you're like I had a whole topic on this on my fighting channel. There's people that are like really good and win that don't even have like the classical footwork, you know? I generally have good footwork as far as shifting balance. I mean, even, I'll show you. Here, let's do the next set. This is on my footwork. If I'm fighting in place, which a lot of times doesn't happen, but I'm either doing this, a little bit of some which doesn't look like much, but I am at least transferring my weight. If I'm really going fast, a lot of times this really helps me get my body around. And if I'm going forward or back, I generally do this, but if it's more than one step, a lot of times I just walk. Because people move around so quick. If I'm going like for me, a dash forward like this throws off my upper body rhythm. So if I'm walking, if I'm chasing somebody, which happens a lot, I just take steps like this. Because I'm throwing as I'm walking. Now, just to get close to somebody or exit, I'll usually do like a gathering step or something. I'm sweating so bad in this helmet. Like it's just burning my eyes. I at least transfer my weight. And my lower body sort of dictates what my upper body does. That makes sense. Thanks for the new like. If I'm moving to chase somebody down because they're backpedaling, I often will throw like this is I'll tell you which foot I'm stepping on. Left, right, left, right, left, right. And I sort of like, it's kind of like, you might even see, I kind of like stomp with the foot that I'm swinging. If I'm in place. I do like a triangle kind of step is that what you call it, triangle step? If I'm going back and forth like this, so I actually do more like if you ever danced samba before, anyone out there ever danced samba? Does anyone out there even know what samba is, the dance? If I'm going left to right, so I usually do a samba step, which is, it's not medieval footwork, it's ballroom dance. Like this. Hey, what's up? Whoever just tuned in. A samba, right, is like this. Boop, 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 doop, doop. So if I'm going left to right, a lot of times I do this. Boop, 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 boop. So I'm like landing, not as my foot hits the ground. I'm kind of landing before. That's like a samba. There's a lot of other samba steps, but it's not medieval. It's ballroom. I'm leaving the helmet off for this set because I think this is set 15. The sweat is getting into my eyes like I'm dying in it. I'm inside my house. I am sweating my butt off. It's cold outside this morning. My house is still hot from last night. It's an old house from the 1800s. I don't have air or heat. I have like radiator heat. I need to wipe my face on something. Like, I'm going to get a paper towel after this set. sometimes I even just tap my foot if I'm getting my steps. My steps dictate my arms. More than my arms dictate my feet. I guess all your power, the whole thing comes from the ground, right? So yeah. Samba boot. And I land just before my foot hits, which is, I don't even know if that's the best way to do it. But that's what thanks for the new like. But that is what I read in some training manual so long ago. Should I revise it? I don't know. Come with me. We're getting a paper towel to wipe off my face. I think that is set 15. So I wrote that on the whiteboard. I'm getting a water. Freedom! Sometimes my chainmail and stuff rusts and it looks like I have face paint on. Like, you know, the, what's it called? Braveheart. Oh, that's brown. It looks like brown face paint. All right, getting a water and a paper towel for my face. Two paper towels, one for now, one for later. I usually actually cut lemons and put them in the water, but I'm not going to do that right now. Ugh. But the sweat is actually burning my eyes. My helmet is so soaked with sweat inside, it's just pouring down, which is a problem. All right. Whew. Anyone who just tuned in? We are on to set 16. Just get a little drink of this water, because all I've been drinking so far for this stream is coffee. Got to stay hydrated. All right. A couple sips of water. Get the helmet on. So we're at least halfway there. Doing at least 30 sets. Probably more. I just got a text message from T-Mobile. Don't forget your bill is due in 5 days. I don't use that automatic, what do you call it? The automatic payments on anything. I absolutely hate that. I pay bills on time, 95% of the time. Sometimes I forget. Sometimes I don't feel like it. Sometimes it's been a while, but sometimes I just didn't have the money to pay the bill. So whatever. Pay two at once the next time. But yeah, I never give them my bank account, and that's the good reason why. Because sometimes, but if you don't have the money, you let them overdraft your bank account? Heck no. There's been more than one time in my life paying a bill where if I would have paid it on time, it would have crashed my account. Then you pay more. So why? So I don't authorize anything. The only one I do is for an app called DIFM, and for CapCut, the video editing app. It's just set to audit, but it's a once a year thing at the beginning of the year. I just know, like, for in January I gotta have like whatever, like $160 that's getting taken out for those apps. But yeah, man. Then if you have they probably save your bank account info anyway, but I don't want a company like having access to my bank account that can just automatically withdraw money. So that's my tip of the day is just pay your bills like normal. Cell phone companies always tell me save $10 if you sign up for automatic withdrawal. The $10 that I pay extra is just worth it to me not to have them take it out at their own free will. So they sent me a message. You know what I'm going to do later tonight is pay my bill. I don't have to have them take it out. But what you do is up to you. That's just my personal preference. All right, I think this is set 16. Let's do it. That was more than 100. If you've noticed over the last couple of broadcasts, I've been trying to get over 100 swings. Because generally, I'll have to check with the timer there. At 102, that's in 20 seconds. We'll do the next set. I'm gonna count 100 strikes, and we'll see how. We'll estimate the beats per minute. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. I lost track. Dang it. I'll just say that's 80. And the time is 1 minute now. So we're, yeah, let them cook. This is at least 60 beats a minute. It can 60 strikes a minute. It has to be faster than that. All right, at the next minute marker, we're gonna redo this again. I have to keep accurate track in my head. What's up if you just tuned in? I need to keep, because I usually have a timer for this. I can't do the timer and stream, so I'm trying to just figure out like my average strikes in a minute. Oh, that was 100. What am I saying? I did 100 in a minute. All right, next set's about to start right now. And I'm going to see if 100 strikes. We'll do 120. All right, here we go. All right, 100 to go. Well, I lost track, dang it. 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, something like that. Ten, 9, 8, 3, 2, 1. In a minute. I believe that was 120 beats a minute. I lost track because I don't even know why. So we're keeping about 120 beats a minute pace. All right, that was set 18. Let me mark it on the thing. I might have to let one rip. So sorry if you hear something. I don't know, man, like running around it. There it goes. Putting armor on stuff. Whew. Stirred up some gas or something. Jeez. Luckily I don't have my leg armor on. Doesn't get trapped in the leg armor. All right. So we got set number 19 and 20. I'm gonna do them kind of back to back. Then we'll have at least 10 sets to go. That'll be good. We're like way ahead of schedule. I'm on a better time frame here. It's good. I've been keeping up with chat, and I'm not getting behind in my sets like usual. it happens a lot where I just get behind. You know, it'll be like an hour and a half and not even this far yet. When you fight in these duels, though, you get 2 1-minute rounds at least, with a minute break in between. It's supposed to be 30 seconds now, but it depends where you're fighting. But it's a minimum of 2.5 minutes for every duel. And you almost never keep your helmet on. If you're not fighting next or soon after, like, usually take it off. There's only a few people that ever leave their helmet on like the whole time. And I think that's kind of stupid, especially when it gets hot out. Like, you just sweat in it, you know? You gotta let it out. You gotta unbutton or untie this to let that heat out. I fought in like 90, like I think 92. I'm pretty sure it was 92-degree weather. It was horrible. We had shade from a tent, like a canopy. That was it. We were fighting teams. We were fighting at a barbecue. We got paid to fight at somebody's barbecue. A whole bunch of us. It was great. Free food. My daughter came with me. There's a creek behind the place. Like, she played in a creek with all these dogs, or like, for whatever reason, a bunch of people had these like German shepherds there, and I was like, oh man, those are some big dogs. My daughter's playing with them in the little creek in the back. It was a good time. Free food, all you can eat at a barbecue party. We just had to beat the crap out of each other for entertainment. But yeah, it was like 92 degrees. It was horrible. There's one fight to go they want to do at the end. And he's like, the guy who was running the event, it's like, hey man, he's like, I need you in here, 5 versus 5. I was like, all right. I just like laid down on the ground. I was going to die. I didn't fight like for crap that last round. I was dying in my armor. All right. Next 2 sets here. Next 2 sets, we're using the new longsword. I gotta get used to using it. So, hey, if you just tuned in, what's up? This is my new longsword from the last stream. As you can see, it's totally shiny. Hasn't been used yet. The grip is longer. It's more round. I'm having trouble, like, really getting used to it. I have sweat dripping down inside of here. Driving me crazy. All right. Next 2 sets, kind of back to back with the new sword. Let's go. Let them cook, man. All right. I should use my steel gauntlets. I'll put them on for a next one. That was one. I'm using the steel gauntlets. I don't know why. It's just harder to grip with that, with these plastic ones. And anyway, this is what I fight in, so I should get used to using that sword with the same gauntlets I'm using to fight in. All right. Another set of 100 here, I guess. At least 100. Pow. Pow. Oh, dang, I hit the archway there. No damage that I can see. Thanks for the new like. You rule. You rule. All right, that was set 20. 10 to go. I think we're on a minute. We're not even at a minute 15 yet. That's great. We're just gonna sword and axe, keep the arms loose for the next set here. Let me mark this on the board here. So we're set 20. All right, we're doing at least 30, probably more. I am counting these as sets. As long as we're doing like at least a minute's worth, just to keep my arms moving. Let me turn it this way so I can kind of see the clock too. And chat's up. If anybody out there hasn't chatted yet, you want to leave a message, you want to ask, what the heck am I doing? You just want to say hi. You just want to talk some crap. Like, you're ridiculous. What is this crap? You can always comment. I will take any compliment or critique just the same. I just appreciate someone like interacting and let me know you're there. But if you don't chat, that's fine. You could be at work. You could be babysitting. Don't want to wake the kids up. You could be on a date. Don't want to make the girl think that you're cheating, typing messages to another girl when it's really just watching someone hitting a dummy with an axe and a buckler. So I was saying earlier, I gotta keep doing these in between though, because I gotta get this back in my muscle memory. Aim at the eyes. Aim at the eyes. Aim at the eyes. Because I was starting to punch people in the throat. You're not allowed to do that. So aim at the eyes. Or the body. Nothing like getting this behind him and so you can pull and give him a big uppercut to the chest. Punch to the eyes, not the throat. Not the throat. I just get in that muscle memory of punching straight ahead, you know, and all these workouts. What's up there? Abacatavinte. Oh, man. Hey, Alex, what's up? Jason born of the 15th century. What's up? I sure wish I could translate stuff. Abba. What's up, Abba? Just so I at least don't pronounce your name wrong. What up, Abba? What's up, Alex? These little sets. I broke the dummy's helmet, so I'm trying not to like whack him in it with the axe. And it's like I was just saying, if you were here, just muscle memory. I gotta remember eyes. Punch the eyes. One of the last, not the last, but one of the last MMA fights I was doing, I didn't realize it because I was also hitting down here on the guy, and I was hitting him low and punching straight ahead, but I was punching him like in the neck, and you're not supposed to do that. And so we were wrestling around. He was like, "You're punching me in the neck," and I was like, "Oh man!" And I let go, and I was like, "You can hit me, free hit, whatever you want to do." He could have punched you right in the face. That would have really sucked. But he was like, "Nah, man." He's like, "You're good." He's just like, "Just watch it." And I was like, "All right." Boom. In the eyes. Punch in the eyes. You're not actually hitting them in the eyes, but that's what you're aiming at. So, I still have more wins and losses in the MMA stuff, but that's counting all the MMA fights. Like, if you look up, maybe even the hashtag AMMA, it's like, I think it's American Medieval Armored MMA is what it stands for. So, for those, we're gonna do a longsword set first. I'm currently, if I get one more medal in sword and buckler in second place, I'll be second place in buckler, at least for the whole U.S. in this sport. With the MMA stuff, ranked when I'm fighting like national events, I don't do as good because, well, your fight is it's a tougher competition. But for all the things like, it looks like someone out there left a new like, I think, so appreciate it. Overall, though, I have a much more winning record for fights, but for the ones that are on record, I actually have less. I couldn't tell you what the heck the record is over all these years, but I had a 5-win streak, and then I lost my last 2. Now, for the duels, the last tournament I did for just duels, my record was, I fought, let's see, 6, 12. I probably had like 13 fights, and I only lost twice. In sword and buckler and longsword. So yeah, I mean, I do really good in the duels, and this cardio stuff helps because I don't drop my sword anymore. Like I said, I started these like years ago because I was fighting sword and shield, and I dropped my sword. I couldn't even swing it anymore. My hands were so worn out, and I was like, never again. So I was like, I'm gonna do cardio for it, and I didn't stick with it at first. But since I have, like, one of the better people in the longsword division, I beat him because I threw in a minute 75 strikes, and he only threw like 32. So he has to be 100% accurate to score with all of them. But me, really only half. You know what I mean? So if I can keep throwing, I do. If they walk away, I keep calling them. And I don't just go left to right, you know. I'll switch it up. Slow, high. This is just cardio, though. Left, right. Once in a while, punch or something. Whoa. That's probably good for a set. I think that's 22. I need some water. Need to update the whiteboard. Yeah, I think so. I mean, the other thing too, like, I mean, it's like really, so technically, right? Like on paper, it should always be a good idea. The thing is, if there's people that are really good that will block a lot of shots and play a lot of defense, and if you're just sitting there throwing, like, you have to actually be smart. Like I'm saying, out there, it's not just left, right. While there's plenty of times when there was this time I was fighting somebody, I have it on video, like on my fighting channel, right, where we got in this exchange. And I was just going. Now, I was switching the height, but I was just like left, right, like left, or left, right, you know. And watching the replay, and he could totally match my quantity, and we end up as basically like a tie, like with the exchange, because we're just sort of like hitting around each other. So if I was hitting him down here, he was hitting me up here. And like, I'd be like, oh, okay, he's hitting from here. So I'd go back and I'd come this way, right? And then he'd be coming this way. We're sort of just like trading. So you can end up in a tie if they can match your quantity. If they're really good at defense, if you don't mix it up, or they just catch on, or just really good, they can block a lot of them. And then, you're swinging, like, say you swing 20 times, and say they even block, like, say they block 12 of them. But if they score, they can probably even throw less than you, and if they're really good, score points. But I've found if you can throw, like, if you can throw, like, 70 in a round, there's not many people that can keep up. And you're eventually just going to do it. The first round, they're going to have to keep up so hard to try and mess with you, throwing 70 strikes, that the next round, most people are just, their arms are toast. And the whole reason I came up with it was just to try and keep my arms in shape. And I had this fight 3 years ago now at the Arnold Schwarzenegger's fitness thing. Yeah. So that's the same comment. So yeah, I find Arnold Schwarzenegger's Fitness Expo, the Arnold Fitness Expo. I think that's what it's called, right? And so it was my 16th fight of the day, and I was fighting this guy who does the same thing. He just throws strikes the whole time. It's almost the same, just right, left. But if you don't keep up with him, like, you're going to get beat. And we had 60-second rounds. I lost by 5 points because it's cumulative. So the first round he was winning by, or it could have been tied. Then the second round he was ahead by 5. If it's only ahead by like 2, they'll make you fight a third round. You have to kind of you have to make like a clear win. You know what I mean? So he beat me by like 5 points. And I counted it. It was my 16th fight of the day. We were fighting for third place. I lost, so I got fourth. So I didn't get a medal or anything. But I counted it. 16th fight of the day, and we were still throwing over 70 strikes in a round. How did I get there? Because everyone else, I outnumbered them with quantity. Except for the guy I fought that did the same thing. He beat me by 5. And I tell you what, there's nothing like, and if it's like something like I'm clearly ahead, I usually just start goofing around, and I don't just try and beat somebody by like 30 points. If I know I'm up, it's when I start doing more fun stuff, like throw some jump attacks or some one-handers or something. Because two other things. If you're throwing unnecessarily like 70 strikes, you're just using up energy you can use later. If you're clearly ahead, it's good just to kind of like chill out a little bit. Or the other thing is, a lot of times I don't even fight the whole 60 seconds. I purposely try and waste the first 15 seconds so that we're not fighting for 60, just 45. Sometimes people... Thanks. No, you know what? So I got it made. This is not like my chest piece. This is just sort of like this, what goes on underneath. But it's all, it's made, they're all based off of like specific armor. I got it made, pre-war Russia. It is actually made in Moscow, like a long time ago. At least that war's been going on for like 3 or 4 years. So it's gotta be at least 5 years old. I don't know where this sword's made. My gauntlets, though, are actually made here, actually in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Of all things, some of the best gauntlets that you can use are made here in the United States, in Pennsylvania, in Pittsburgh. The new longsword I got is made in Ukraine. My other set of armor is Ukraine. I have a third set of armor. It's just in a crate. Thanks for the new like out there. Thank you. I bow down to the crowd. I do have a third set of armor. It's actually Polish. I think the gauntlets that came with that's actually check. Thanks for the likes or the reacts there. So yeah, I have armor from all over, but I've never made any of it except for the hidden parts underneath. I'm gonna do a set right after this part. So my chest piece in the back covers a lot of stuff, but see you have these gaps. Thanks for all the reacts there. Whenever I go like this, I'm totally wide open here. So I actually made plastic plates that, can you hear it? It's on the inside. So at least if I get hit with my arm up, it's a rather large plastic plate. And since it's kind of big, it spreads the force out. I appreciate the likes. And every, about 4th day on average, Holy Dark Souls. It is kind of like, that's why I stream it, you know, if it wasn't for Dark Souls. And that's great. We hit the double digits for the likes. I stream this every 4th day on average. It's a day late today, though. But I figured, you know what? I have all this Dark Souls content on here. Like, who wouldn't mind just having me do my daily workouts on here? Hit myself in my head with my own sword. Oh, I just got hung up on his chin. Ooh. Actually, while I was still, thank you for the new like. I gotta have some kind of thing to do. Thank you, Papa. On TikTok one time, I had this thing. I used to stream these on TikTok, but I don't use TikTok as much these days because they get mad. They call this stuff dangerous, even though it's not even sharp. You have to type in the description like professional sword person or sword fighter, fake sword. And I had videos get like banned because I'm doing a workout with a sword. I was doing a ladder drill. Like the ladders on the ground. The first one got banned because of a dangerous activity. I was like, that's so stupid. I had another one where I was jump roping, and I had an axe that I was using too. got the ban. Like the video got flagged, whatever, community violation. I was like, that's so stupid. So you know, it was a live stream. I was like, YouTube doesn't care as much. I hate that I can't just play music on here without getting copyright issues. So it is what it is. But I thought, I have all this Dark Souls stuff on here. I've been doing these workouts for years. And I was like, let me just do it on here. Thanks for the hearts there. Let me get the next set in real quick. And we'll keep talking. If you got anyone else out there want to leave a comment, feel free. Right? I used to do yeah, it's so cardio intensive. I was saying earlier how a couple cage matches ago I got thrown on the ground 3 times in 2 minutes. My whole body was on fire. It wasn't from him getting me on the ground and like standing over top of me and hitting me. It was for me just having to get up and all that stuff. Like, it's just insane how much endurance. If you want to be really good, you need a lot of endurance. You don't necessarily need endurance though for the team stuff. It's a totally different thing. There's so many people that do pretty well in the team fighting that really aren't in shape. Because you're working as a team. Now, when you're like fighting 5-on-5, and you're like down to like you and yourself or another teammate, like you better have some energy left, if possible, because you're fighting like for your team. Everyone else is down, but there's plenty of people still that don't really have a lot of cardio that do the team stuff. Because the team stuff, when you're fighting, you get like, say I'm wrestling with this guy, right? And someone in my team just comes over and helps me out. You kind of double team, like take him down or something. Okay, like now what am I gonna do? Well, if there's nothing going on, you don't have to like run anywhere. Like if your team's doing pretty good, you can just kind of walk over. You know, say you're using an axe. Say like your buddies, say your teammate's holding this guy up against the rail. You just can kind of come over, you know, like whack, whack. Make sure nobody's going to level you, you know, look around. All right, like that didn't work. Well, let me hit you in the ribs or something, you know, like whack. Okay. Like I'm not beating him into the ground, so you get involved and you can like kind of like, you know, throw him down. Maybe like you and your teammate can wrestle someone down like with an advantage. You know what I mean? So it's like, dueling is so much more, and the MMA stuff is so much more cardio intensive. But if you're fighting on teams, I don't necessarily think you need to be in the best shape. As long as you can carry like maybe 80 extra pounds distributed across your body for the weight of all the equipment you got on, 60 to 80 pounds, and you can walk around and do something for 30 seconds, because those rounds don't even last that long a lot of times. So duels, you're locked in for a minute, 2 minutes, you know. I'm going to get to that comment in 1 second. Let me just get this set, and I think this is set 24. It might be 25. I think I forgot to write one down, but we'll say it's 24. Swift swords. Oh, man, my arms are actually getting a little worn out. Oh, that's got to be a set. I may just mark it on the board. We'll just count that as 24. I swear I think it was 25. But let me catch up on chat here once I. So like six sets to go at least. See how long we've been streaming. And we're streaming Warframe right after this, just so everybody knows. You like Warframe? I'm going to stream some of it. About like 15 minutes later, so I got to get washed up a little bit. So I got this shield right here. This is like the shield that I had when I first started. My first set of armor I got made. I don't have it hanging up because I'm repairing it, a couple things. And I wore it though at this event. I don't remember if I posted a video of it on here or not. But we had an event a couple weekends ago. And my first set of armor is like, thanks for the reacts there. So this, not really like a crest. This shield weighs 15 pounds. It is just crazy. It's so much overkill in the weight. So my without strapping it on, you know, it's a strap shield. But this is my original shield to match my Eastern styled armor, like Mongolian armor. This thing is so heavy though. Like I fought Sword and Shield and I actually won second place that weekend. Thanks. Yeah, like the thing is I haven't, so you can see it gets chewed up. I got to replace some of this rope. I don't know if you can see every time it gets hit, this leather gets kind of beat. But it's not as totally beat up because I don't use it all the time. The thing is it ended up being so heavy. Like there's a kind of a puncture wound in it. You're not allowed to thrust, but you know some things kind of transfer a lot of force through there. This thing is so solid, and it weighs so much. Like, but the best thing about it is when we do like these little local events more for fun. I usually use it with the saber because that kind of matches the Easter armor. But I will take this shield and like battering ram people with it. So if I'm running, a lot of times people have like a two-handed weapon. You can like kind of cross check people. I put another hand behind it, and it's nothing like just smash into somebody and be like with this heavy shield. It's a good battering ram. But yeah, I learned kind of quick, like it's too heavy. So I don't really have a crest, you know what I mean? Oh, I know, right? It does. If I had, I don't have it anymore. Like, this is just a plain shield though. Like, the thing is, I have to put some leather around the edges because if you see, like, this is all from sword strikes. Like, see how like this one here, it just starts to get chewed up on the edges, like from getting hit. Which they're blunt, you know. But look, I mean, it's a blunt sword. Put this big gash in it. It's kind of maybe it looks worse to me than on camera. But this shield is very light. It's not a strap shield like that. It's a center grip, so you can like put it in someone's face and kind of blind them. You can block their arm with it. I can put this all the way out here to block someone's arm instead of that shield that's like stuck to my arm where I'd have to like get up like this into them. If that makes sense. Let me get this helmet on, just so we're ready. We got a couple sets to do here real quick. Yeah, it's like well, yeah, I don't have the armor hanging up where I'd show you, but it goes along with, my first set of armor is like Mongolian themed, so that big yin yang. It was just like what I thought of at the time, and then everybody like kind of knew me for it. So it's not like really a technical crest or logo, but in a way, that's what everyone associated me with, is that big yin yang. And I picked black and yellow because I live in Pittsburgh, and all the teams here are like black and gold. That's the whole reason my first set of armor is black and gold, is because black and yellow, because the pirates and that stuff. And whenever we have events, if someone's fighting in my armor, I actually take the headdress off. That way, and I tell people, like, if the headdress, like, only I wear the headdress. Thanks for the likes. The reacts there. So because people would say, man, like John, you did really good getting in the backfield there, you know, or they'd be like, man, like you got smoked by that guy, and I'd be like, well, that wasn't me. And then that's only one person because that armor is just like what I'm known for, you know what I mean? So I'd be like, well, no, that wasn't me. Or, you know, thanks, that wasn't me. Or I know that looked bad, but it wasn't me. So I started just taking it off when other people would wear it. That's the thing that sucks, though. It's expensive, right? So if you don't have armor, you know, a lot of times, like, you can still fight in events and things. It's just you got to borrow somebody else's. And my armor just fits so many people that we've had, like, I don't even know how many people we had in my armor. Just for practices and for actual, like, events. There's been, like, I think 3 times that we had someone wear my armor for an official event. Where I would take the black and yellow fabric off the helmet. So that I could say, that's not me. That's somebody totally new. Miss on purpose. Miss on purpose. It's good to miss on purpose to work on that arm strength. Oh yeah, all right, Alex. Well, thanks for coming back. Thanks. Yeah, the next. Well, I usually stream gaming, but every fourth day on average is this. What is today? Thursday. So probably Monday morning. Although I work Sunday night. If not Monday morning, it'll be Tuesday morning for sure. About the same time. And thank you, Alex, for coming by, and the like and for the chat. Whew. Yeah, that's crazy though. Like, you know, I've been doing these workouts for so long. Like a month ago or something, I was just like, I should just stream it here. It's good to get to chat. Me talking makes me more out of breath. I almost get like activity-induced asthma from it. All right, this is set, I guess 26. I think. If you just tuned in, this is my cardio workout for the day. I am going to go for a run later and do some sprints. I have a fight coming up in like about 3 weeks. This keeps my arms in shape. I time it every like 4th day. That way at least my arms are always going to be able to throw swords. I'm getting a little slow though. Where this is set 26. I gotta pick it up. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Good pace. All right, I think that's 100. All right. If you just tuned in, we're doing 2 sets, taking a quick break. Doing 2 sets, taking a quick break. We got 2 more rounds of that to do, and we'll be at 30. I was saying earlier, I need some kind of like digital or neon sign counter. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26. And right after this, we're streaming Warframe. I've been awake since night shift. I worked night 12-hour shift. I've been up since 6 p.m. yesterday. Why not just do my Warframe, usual Warframe broadcast? I don't know what we'll do, though. Probably Steel Path. The sortie mission for the day. We'll try and farm some arcanes. But about 15 minutes after this ends, just so I can get washed up. At least an hour's worth of Warframe. And then perhaps Warframe again tonight after... I got to take my daughter to some school event. And she'll be staying at her mom's afterwards, so... We'll probably do a late night Warframe stream. I was thinking of unveiling Riven mods. I have so many Riven mods, and I really would like to farm a couple. So we'll see if I just happen to unveil the ones that I want. Chat is up. Anybody who's just hanging out, if you like. If you don't want chat, that's fine. Another 30 seconds. We'll get this next set underway. Let me finish this water. Oh, yeah. What's up? Whoever just tuned in. We got at least 4 sets to go. We're streaming for like 2 hours. Whatever happens. 2 quick sets, take a break like this, 2 quick sets. Maybe we'll get 2 more. We'll stream for about 2 hours. I like to throw elbows with armor on. What's up, everyone who just tuned in? There's nothing like getting somebody when you're up close. And one of my favorite things actually used to be, if you're wondering why this tape is here, my leather strap broke, and I taped my elbow cup on. My favorite things would be when you're in a clinch like this. You know, a lot of times you're pummeling and stuff like that. But if you're like really close, one of my favorite things used to be like you're like this and you put all your weight behind it and you just like elbow. All right, let me get this helmet on. We got 2 sets to do to keep up the pace. So let's see, every set. So when I'm actually fighting, I usually have at least 12 fights and max like 20. Probably, so. I should be doing 40 sets, but we're not. We're doing 30. The inside helmet is just covered in sweat. I'm inside my house. I'm dying in here. All right, here we go. Get these gauntlets on. And I usually don't wear my steel gauntlets to practice because I don't want to wear the gloves out too much. These are my Hema gauntlets. All right. Set number... chat. What up? What's up, Eclipse? Oh, yeah. Hey, I remember. Yeah, I remember you being here. What's up? I was just saying, we're streaming about 2 hours, so that means we got about 10, 11 minutes to go. And then I'm going to stream some Warframe. I've been awake all night, so might as well just do that. Getting slow. Well, I think that was 50. All right, that's probably like 110. What's up? Thanks for the reacts, everybody. What's up, Eclipse? Yeah, I remember you being here last time and us talking. I'm moving this dummy back a little bit. I'm off work Monday and Tuesday. One of those days I gotta take that helmet, our dummy's helmet, to go get re-welded. I busted the grill off. And it wasn't from like the pummel strikes. I never really pummel striked him in the grill or shield punch him in the grill. What it was is it's just that's where these welds were, and they just eventually snapped. I'm throwing like 3,000 strikes, a day or something. So, it adds up, right? Yeah. Of course, Eclipse. And everybody out there, if you want to chat too. Eclipse is in chat right now. We're just talking Alex came back. Alex was here earlier and came back. It's good. It's a good time of the day. Everyone's probably waking up and they're turning on YouTube. They're like, what in the crap is this? And it is a day late. I should have been doing this yesterday, but I was busy. I thought, you know what? I'll go to work. I'll work 12 hours. I'll come back. I'll get my sword cardio in. The sword fights are much more entertaining and dynamic than just left, right, left, right. You're doing all kind of stuff. So this is just cardio. Gotta mimic getting into a clinch. Gotta get some of these kind of strikes in here. We're moving your arms a little more. All right. So that was set 26, 27. Three sets to go till we hit 30. I swear I forgot some. Oh no, yeah. So like, are they like kittens that you found? Are they like or kind of like adults? I don't even know. I guess you could tell if they're kittens still. How old do you think they are? I would love to have like a cat or something or a dog here, but you know, I work 12 hours a day, right? Like I couldn't do a dog because I definitely don't have the time to dedicate to it that it would deserve. What we got though, if you haven't been here on this is we do rescue hamsters. Of all things, you can rescue hamsters from shelters. Turkey, Mustafa, what's up? Oh yeah, one of my friends is going to Turkey at an all-inclusive resort. I don't remember the resort name, but he's from Russia and he's going to Turkey for vacation, all-inclusive resort. We were actually just talking about it. Yeah, I don't really have to look. I almost do. Let me do my third. I'm doing a set, and then we only have 2 more to do. We're streaming for 2 hours. Actually, it's going to go over 2 hours because we got 3 sets to do. This is the first. And I'll get back to the God of War talk if you're still there. Hand to the face. Oh. Ah. All right. Two sets. I'm taking a quick little minute break, and then we're doing 2 sets. Yeah, if I could have the God of War look. Oh, why was it disconnected? Hey, if you just tuned in, I don't know what was up with that. It said reconnected. Was it a blue screen? I don't know. Thanks for sticking around for the disconnect and reconnect. Thank you for the new like I see. Somebody gave a new like. Have a blessed day, and thank you for that. And thanks for the reacts there. Like, you know, I just kind of streamed this on here because I've been doing this sport for a while. I was like, well, I should stream on my channel, and I thought it'd be a good way to get the word out that people fight in armor for fun. There's nothing like fighting. There's nothing like hitting someone with a sword or an axe. Like tournament style, of course. But, you know, I think it's the best. I've been doing it for a long time. I'm 46. I'm still doing this. Half the time I'm fighting people that are like half my age or in their 30s. So that's why I do this, stay in shape. All right. So we're going to go over to 2-hour mark, it looks like. Just so everybody knows, 2 sets, kind of back to back. I'm going to stream again, but it's going to be Warframe. Yeah, I know, right? So he's been hit approximately 3,000 times today. Because I've been trying to do sets over 100. But I'm going to stream Warframe. What time is it? I don't even know what time it is. At least get an hour and a half, and then Warframe for the day. But I need 15 minutes to get this off and get washed up. Like, look, this is all sweat from today. It's probably coming through my back. Oh my God, the back of my arm is nuts. So I have to stay awake so I can put this out on my porch, and I have to stay awake while it's on my porch so nobody steals it. Somebody in this neighborhood stole my rugby helmet. That was connected. I had it looped. So it was tied to a hook on my porch, a ring. So it doesn't come off on its own. Someone stole my rugby helmet. Like, who's going to steal that? Somebody did. So I need to leave this out on my porch in the sun where the wind's blowing. I can't believe I can see. That's all sweat. So if you can imagine, when I have like my chest and my back armor on too, like how hot this stuff gets. All right. 2 sets coming up. And then, like I said, like I was saying, if anybody wants to come back for some Warframe, feel free to. It's just going to be me doing some daily stuff. Steel path, you know, whatever that I got to do to get things out of the way. Try and leveling up a weapon that I got on there. It's some new, like, hammer type weapon that I got to put some forma on. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you don't play Warframe, whatever, it's cool. That's what most of my content is, though, these days. And then, on average, every 4th day is my workout here. My longsword workout. I have to work. I'm off tonight, but I have to work the next 2 nights, so expect a Warframe stream, though, the next 2 mornings. All right. 2 sets to go. This is a sword that I've been using most of the time. This is a sword that is heavier, and this is my tournament longsword. I'm going to use it. It's heavier. It's going to give me a little bit of a burn, I think. But we got 2 sets to do with this thing. Starting right now. We hit the 2-hour mark, so that's not bad. I figured it would be streaming at least 2 hours, so we're kind of like technically right on schedule. All right, here we go. This is so much heavier. Block. Block, block. Ooh, I just whipped him in the ear. Miss on purpose. Oh, bring it back. It'll buff out. I knew I was getting too close to the stupid wall. All right. Like I was saying, it's the price I pay for sword fight practice inside. Oh man, everybody. What's up, Mello? It's Melo. Is it Melo? Mello is 2 L's, right? So is it Melo? What's up? Either way, how's it going? Did you tune in and see me smack my wall with my sword? Now I got another mark in my wall. But that's fine. I'm not selling this house anytime soon. If I do, it needs repainted. So whatever. I'm just patching a tiny little hole. It's not a hole. It's a dent. Oh, man. Someone's getting the ban. Oh, let's see. There you go. All right. The Southman getting the ban. See you, douchebag. All right. For everyone else that's still here, maybe it's a good thing that YouTube doesn't save all the comments, huh? Man, people are idiots. Some people are idiots. So everyone who's still out there, we got one more set to do. I'm gonna use the heavy sword again. All right. Time. Let's see. We'll give it like a couple more seconds. That's kind of rough. This thing's heavy. And I actually usually have my helmet has a tie in the back. So like this is where it should line up with my eyes. But a lot of times it ends up like this because I don't have it strapped in the back. All right. All right, everybody. Last set. We're doing like 120 with the heaviest sword out of the ones that I work out with. You tuned in just in time, everyone who just tuned in. Heavy sword, last set. Let's get it. No holes in the wall. So let's actually start back a little bit farther here. All right. Here we go. I don't know if that's 50 or if it's just in my head. So we'll give it a couple extra hits. We'll say that this is 50. That first hit to the face was so weak. But I'm trying not to really clobber in the face because I don't have the metal helmet on. These down to ups like suck. Like a low to a high. Use up so much energy. I almost never throw them low that direction. I don't even know how many sets this is, or reps. Some one-handers. Oh. All right, we'll do 20 more. 1, 2, 7, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19, 20. Wow, we did it. In a little over 2 hours. All right. So, I'm going to get this off. I'm going to wash up a little bit. I probably have like rust on my face somewhere. I usually do after one of these. So I'm going to get... as long as it's not like noon. Let's see what time it is. If it's noon, I might change my mind about streaming Warframe right now. It can't be that late. It is. Oh, perfect. 10:15. So yeah, in about 15 minutes. Hey, what's up? If you just tuned in, this is so sweaty. I'm gonna put this armor out on my porch so it can kind of dry, and in about 15 minutes or so, I'll be back with the Warframe live. Oh, I'm gonna see if it's, yeah, it's nice and sunny out here. We're gonna have to let this sit out here and dry. It's soaking wet. So yeah, we will 15 minutes. We'll be back with the Warframe broadcast. So don't miss it if you like Warframe. Miss it if you don't like Warframe. I don't know. We'll catch you sooner, at least in 4 or 5 days. Monday, Tuesday morning for next Longsword workout. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for likes and stuff. Now, how do you end the broadcast? I banned that dude, and now I don't see where to... Oh, man. I'm just before we go, I'm just trying to figure out how to ban that dude. There we go. Figured it out. All right, yeah. People will leave the dumb stuff in chat. Just get the ban. All right, everybody. See you soon for a Warframe stream. There we go.